46. Yes, 46. And that possibly cannot be my weight. Vintage, like the best of those wines. Darlings, that's my age. High always on myriad roles, tripped over some professions, burnt some mental bras, dusted some drunken doubts. I'm now raunchily swinging in the arms of my midlife. I'm also bartending some dainty dreams. But when I look back, voila, what a heady cocktail each of these 4.5 decades has been. Yes, that's how our lives are. As women, as mothers, as in every other role. Once a geeky economics professor, a decade of being just a homemaker. I'll come back to that. Now a maverick writer, this is one humble little story, and there are 600 million and more stories of our careers, sabbaticals, comebacks, just waiting on the fringes to be told. At the helm of our homes, at the helm of Fortune 500 companies, budgeting, coding, decoding, investing, procreating, punctuating. We are done with shattering all your glass ceilings. We are now claiming our rightful ground. What for you is just a homemaker. I told you I'll come back to that. What for you is just a homemaker. A doyen of domesticity is how I look at her. The largest workforce of this country. The most underrated of our roles. Underpaid is an understatement for no denomination can match up to our actual worth. And now beyond your coffers and your economies, on how we own houses and generations, the undocumented, the disguised, emotional costs, the emotional investments, no one comes to us with the statutory warning, read offer documents carefully. Still we stay put and strongly invested. Did someone here say, it requires a village to raise a child? Where the hell is that village? Many from my brood are doing it single-handedly. Can I have a big shout out for them? Maybe that village has to be you all. Yes, you all. The village has to be us all. Creating conducive conditions at workplaces that deem motherhood not as a penalty, but as a choice a woman makes. And yes, a privilege it is. A privilege it is. A privilege it is to be able to bear and raise the next generation. We juggle, we soar, we step back. We silently redefine our goals to accommodate our children's milestones. Did anyone ever talk about reinventions? Give me one example that beats us. Making comebacks after sabbaticals. Oh yes, sabbaticals. Why the hell does the world not talk about them? Let's hail this most unsung phase of the lives of millions of women around us. For at times, our sabbaticals have required stronger calls, stronger than those of your surging ahead. Don't look at our sabbaticals like full stops to our growth. Don't look at our careers as if they come with expiry dates. Not always do they warrant your condolences. What you thought was a full stop was just my semicolon. picture abhi baki thi mere dost. The stories, while you were writing the obituaries of my career, I was silently rewriting my script post-interval, the stories of our careers that can beat any of your Bollywood's multi-crore grossers. I know, oh yes, I know I'm making sabbaticals look a bit sexy. For mine was one for me. I owe all my newfound passions and all that my voice today represents to a decade-long sabbatical, now flirting day and night with words. Making out with metaphors, playing around with punches and discovering on the way my real G-spot. The fact that it lies in humor and satire. That's my story of making the best of both my worlds. But I'm still asked questions. Women will be asked questions. Lady, you left all of your economics, all that you had mastered and worked so hard for. I tell them, no, don't worry. I still use it. I now use it to gauge my diminishing marginal happiness. I use it to study my own trends and statistics. See, my marginal curves have made way for parabolas. My asset classes are roaring, and I'm a flourishing economy unlike the countries at the moment. On the side swings and soaring. Aren't you bothered by these diseconomies of scale? I tell them, no, not a wee bit. Having seen that scarcity of being utterly frail. 69, I tell them, is my new love, and I blissfully am stuck on it. Naughties, don't get me wrong again. I'm just talking about my gross gains. You know, the day I turned 40, I gifted myself a mantra. Dear skewed world, whatever lemons you will throw at me, I lovingly catch them, slice them, dunk them in my celery salted puns, juice them up with some fresh literary tomatoes, and dish them back to you in the form of my tangy writings, my brands of Bloody Murray, my ways of staying high on life, my way of rising like a phoenix with every verse. You better cultivate a taste for them. It's time. It's time we women unshackle ourselves of the world's pungent paradigms. Yes, the pungent paradigms. Giving up on our passions will make us nicer daughters. Giving up on our careers will make us better mothers. Giving up on our inheritances will make us better sisters. We aren't giving up on anything. Yes, we are giving up. We are giving up. Going on guilt trips, and we are placing ourselves higher, highest on our own priority lists. Much beyond the narrow domestic walls of sexist stereotypes and gender divides, bridging gaps in homes and at workplaces where ratings and hierarchies are not more inflexible than our uteruses. Workplaces where to avoid year-end shocks, we women don't have to adjust even our biological clocks. Workplaces that are not customized to cater to a gender that has wives back home and children who are well looked after. Homes where we raise our sons and daughters to be equal caregivers and not bucket them as secondary or primary just bases their gender into that heaven of freedom where work cultures worldwide get redefined to accommodate our care obligations, where the mountain of this murky mindset, women cannot have it all, crumbles down into a stream that gushes loud and clear. Women can have it all. Women can have it all. women will have it all.
If you like this video, please subscribe to Kommune's YouTube channel. Please like, share the original version of this video, not the pirated one. Please, the original version. Thank you.